And congratulations to that man. He's enjoying these celebrations. I'm sure that cool champagne is just fantastic after 2 hours in this heat in a Formula One car. Sebastian Vettel, electric under the lights here in Singapore. And Eddie, that man now just 1 point away from being the world champion.
He now knows he can sit at home if he so wishes to do so for the rest of this season, because 1 point is all he needs to get, and then Jensen has to win every one of the races. It's over. Here is our champion. Back to back, the guy is a legend, all but in the accounting. Never mind, he is, for me, absolutely a worthy champion. It's a magic day for him.
And we have to congratulate the two men alongside him on the podium. Jenson Button, that's his 4th successive podium, and Mark Webber, after a tough start, drove brilliantly out there today. And we're with Christian Horner. So Christian, we saw some amazing fireworks at the end of that race, almost fireworks on the track. Was Jenson ever going to catch Sebastian, or were you just taking it easy towards the end there?
I think Sebastian was so dominant in the first half of the race, and then at the end of the race he was really taking no risks. You know, we wound the engine down, he took his time through the traffic, and obviously it's a long, hot, tough evening here, and it was just a matter of picking his way through, and Jensen was pushing, but I'm sure Seb could have responded if he needed to.
Christian, just maybe we can tell the people watching this, because in years gone by, the reliability of the cars were never like this. What makes Sebastian and you at Red Bull finish every race like this? It's remarkable.
It's every member of the team doing their bit. You know what you don't see, this is our shop window, but behind the scenes we've got a tremendously committed workforce that, you know, all the departments behind the scenes that are doing their bit, that contribute to, you know, 2 reliable cars, and it's been, you know, a phenomenal season so far, and we're determined to finish it off in style.
Well done, congratulations. 1st and 3rd, Jenson tried to mix it with you but couldn't quite get the victory, but well done today, and you're sweating as much as a racing driver, so we'll let you go and cool down somewhere. Hot work on the pit wall as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's such a humid evening. There's no wind here. You know, I've lost about 2 kilos on the pit wall. God knows what they lost in the car.
This is great for all of us. We all go home slimmer. No, Eddie's looking as slim as ever.
He's
thank you very
already
much,
made
Christian.
some comment about that. You just leave me alone here at this moment.
OK,
Sorry.
we'll do that. So let's find out how Paul di Resta's feeling right now. He finished 6th today, his best ever finish in Formula One. Well done to him.
Well, Paul, congratulations, a really strong drive. You must be happy.
Very happy. It was quite a long race. We were looking very strong before the safety car came out. We chose to go in the prime tyres, extend it, went on to the option. We were very quick, and the team had said we need another 8 laps out of them, which they were still easy enough to do. And then the safety car came out, and I thought, oh, this is going to cause a bit of problem. But when we changed onto the prime, we could just really manage the pace towards Rosberg, and there was plenty left. Just a matter of bringing the car home with the tyres in order and saving fuel, just to be on the safe side.
You've had some good battles in your rookie Formula One career, but today I think you got into some great battles with a lot of world champions out there.
No, definitely. I think, you know, because we were reasonably quite quick after they'd made their first pit stop, we were still in front. They had quite a bit of pace compared to me at that point because they had fresh tyres. I wasn't going to compromise my own speed and my own track position for that, to let them go. And I think that was the key, being able to do that. And everything seemed to go in order. And when we were in free air, we were very strong.
And do you think this is the best race that you've done this so far in your Formula One career?
I would say definitely, but I think the big thing is we've came here with an upgrade package that's enabled us to gain our performance in the race and gain tyre life. What it said on the tin is done. After missing Friday, no high fuel runs, going into the race completely unknown. It's a big credit to the team, and you know, we've worked very hard this weekend to try and achieve that.
Great, well done, Paul. Thank you.
Well done, Paul, indeed, and well done, Force India as well. Their upgrades here working brilliantly. So an incident-free race for Paul di Resta, but not so for Lewis Hamilton. We've joked in the past few races that Lewis has got a fast-track ticket to the stewards because he's been in a fair bit of trouble this season. And once again today, for this incident, receiving a drive-through penalty. Then later in the race, we saw Nico Rosberg involved in an incident. No action taken there. We'll discuss whether that was right. But first, let's discuss Lewis Hamilton's driving. Here's Felipe Massa.
Felipe, you came into the pen looking a little bit upset with Lewis. Just tell us your thoughts.
Well, my thoughts is that again, I told yesterday that he cannot use his mind, you know, even in qualifying. So can you imagine in the race? So again, you know, what he did, it was not. He could have caused a big accident, you know. So, and he's paying for that. That's the problem, you know. He doesn't understand even paying for a problem, you know. So. Anyway, I mean, the problem is that I was in the middle, so I had a puncture in my tires, you know, and I pay a lot. I was not even lucky on the safety car because I stopped. I put the super soft in that moment to gain, lap time. But then after 5 laps, 6 laps, the safety car came inside and I had the wrong tires, not to finish the race, So I was not very lucky as well with the strategy. And also, again, something happened with a guy who did how many times with me this year, so many times, So I think, as I said, so it's important that FIA is looking and penalizing him all the time. He's going in the car because he cannot thinking about.
So you've told us your views. Will you tell Lewis your views? Will you sit down and speak to him?
Yeah, I told him, but as well he cannot even listen. Maybe his father can imagine me.
Well, clearly Felipe Massa feeling very strong there, feeling like the victim as well by the sounds of things. And we hear that when the two of them got together there in the interview area, there was another little contretemps. Felipe obviously feels that Lewis is perhaps bearing a grudge against him there.
I think that this is quite sad, and I think it's sad because two very, very high-quality drivers seriously not appreciating, and then when you have little vendettas getting into the mix of things, one never knows what's going to happen. You clearly heard what Felipe said. We don't know what kind of accident that could have caused. Nevertheless, it didn't seem that much. We don't understand. There were other instances during the race that merited the same kind of penalty, or the drive-through, which didn't happen. So I don't want to make comments on the stewards at the moment until I see clearly what happened. But
well, let's have a quick look at it now, and you can give us your thoughts. Did this deserve a drive-through penalty for Lewis Hamilton? I think is the most important question.
I don't think so. It
Right.
doesn't look it to me. And I mean, I've now seen it a couple of times. I'll have another look at your insistence here, Jake, because for me, I don't get it. That's not a drive-through penalty.
It's a racing
that is
incident,
a racing
isn't it?
incident.
Okay, so difficult time then for Lewis Hamilton. We can see it again from his onboard here. And we came into this race with Martin Whitmarsh, the team principal, saying he didn't want to see the Lewis Hamilton that we had in Monza because Lewis was a bit reserved, he was a bit held back, he didn't get past Michael Schumacher. Well, it was a racy, aggressive, dynamic Lewis Hamilton here, and sadly, he's been punished. Difficult moment there for Lewis Hamilton. Should this be the end of this now? Where do we go from here? Does it need to be discussed more?
I probably... Stefano from Ferrari and Martin Whitmarsh, two very well calculated, cool guys, needs to bring the two drivers together and sit down and say, look guys, just plenty of space on the track, just get on with the rest of these 5 races. Both of you have career moves to make because you're actually clearly impeding each other and you're hurting each other's chances to do well for yourselves, but more especially the team.
Okay, well, just in front of Lewis Hamilton, finishing 4th today, was Fernando Alonso. Not really on the pace of the Red Bulls, probably finished as high as he could have done today. He's with Lee Mackenzie.
Well, Fernando, a good start from you, and then after that, did it go as you'd planned?
Yeah, obviously the start was good again, so we recovered some places. At one point we were third, but then Webber overtook us. We knew that before or later, in normal conditions, they should be in front of us because they are much quicker. So as far as the pace is 0.6 or 1 second slower than them, fourth I think is the maximum we can do.
And you obviously have dominated here in the past. Do you think Red Bull at the moment are just too far ahead for anyone to dream of catching? Who do you think you're racing?
We're racing with McLaren, some races, and some others with Mercedes. So at the moment, either the Drivers' Championship obviously is gone, and the Constructor Championship is also extremely difficult for us to catch McLaren. So we are in a point that from behind there is no threat, in front there is very difficult opportunities for us to catch. So the last 5 races we will try to get the opportunity in the places we are competitive. We will try to enjoy, and for sure there will be like some test of 2012 already car, because with a very little testing in February we have to use the last 5 races to try some experimental things.
Well done, Fernando Alonso. Another great start from him and a strong finish as well. So you can relive the Singapore Grand Prix with us tonight at 7 o'clock on BBC 3, also on BBC HD for that. Mark Cavendish is staking a claim for a world title and increasing his sports personality chances right now over on BBC 2. There's MotoGP next Sunday, and we'll be in Japan as well in a couple of weeks. Well, that's it for us, I'm afraid, here on BBC 1. However, if you want to see the press conference for all the chat about the race, just press the red button, because the F1 Forum, I think, is going to be rather interesting this week. Eddie, thank you very much for your time. But what about Sebastian Vettel, hey? He took the checkered flag first in Monaco, he did brilliantly in Valencia, and he wins as well here in Singapore. It seems that every time we go downtown, he's the man of the moment. The question is, can he now win the title in Japan in 2 weeks' time? I think he just might. Bye-bye.
is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown is listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all the troubles, forget all the cares, and go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. You'll find a place for sure. Downtown, everything's waiting for you.
Next time on Formula One, round 15, Japan.